Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I am Jeffrey Cooperstein. On today's show, one change the Mavericks must make in order to fulfill their potential as a NBA title contender. Before we get started on today's show, I did want to ask you guys this question. Who do you guys think is the most underrated player on the Mavericks this year? Who's caught your eye that's flown a little bit under the radar? And who's the guy that you think the Mavs could definitely use more of? I'm curious to see what you guys think down in the comments. I know there's going to be multiple answers, so let's have a conversation, Mavs fans. Get down in the comments section. I think the issue with this Mavs team, they must establish who their sixth man is. In the past couple of games, it's been Spencer Dinwiddie. He was good against the Jazz where he made 3 3-pointers. Outside of that, he hasn't really done much. In the loss against Houston last night, Dinwiddie just didn't play very well. Jaden Hardy didn't get in the rotation, and I would have liked to see Hardy play a little bit more. Now, Hardy was in the Mavericks lineup at the start of the fourth quarter when Dallas staged their comeback against Houston and almost ended up winning that game. They ended up short, but overall, the Mavericks just simply must be better, and their bench is just not giving them enough. Going into the game against Houston, the Mavs are averaging just 25 bench points on the season, and that simply just isn't good enough for Jason Kidd. When you look at the bench against Houston, the Mavs had 8, 14, 18, 19, 21 bench points, so they had less than their season average of 25, and it's not good enough if you want to be a contender in the Western Conference. The West is deep, the West is difficult, the West is a gauntlet every single night. The Rockets are not a bad team. When you have an off night, especially with your bench, against a team like Houston, you're simply going to end up losing. Here are the candidates that I think can take that six-man role and grab it by the horns. We talked about the first two already in Jaden Hardy and Spencer Dinwiddie. Quinton Grimes and Naji Marshall, I think, are a little bit on the outside looking in for that role. Now, everyone's asking, where's Dereck Lively? Why isn't Lively on this list? I consider Lively a sixth starter. I know he technically comes off the bench, and you could call him a sixth man. And Jason Kidd even said that he thinks Lively is going to have to pick up some of that scoring slack. I consider him a sixth starter. I consider Luka, Kyrie, Klay, PJ, Gafford, and Lively the starters for this team. So I'm going to leave Lively out of this equation, even though I do think he's going to be a big part of this thing going forward. In my opinion, the most likely option is going to be Jaden Hardy. Can he take his chance? Can he be the guy that the Mavericks need him to be so desperately? They signed him to a contract extension because they believed in him. And I think in an ideal situation, Jaden Hardy is that guy. Can he be more consistent on the defensive end in the playmaking aspect of his game rather than these massive inconsistencies that he has over in his 2+ seasons so far? I like Jaden Hardy a lot. I think he has a very good future in this league as a sixth man for the Mavericks after they gave him that extension. We just need to see it more often. Now, Spencer Dinwiddie, we'll get to him here in just a moment, but he's sort of a guy that I think can play that role. It's just not his favorite. The reason I like Hardy the most is because he fits the description. He's suitable to the six-man role. Like I said, he just has to show more consistency overall, does Jaden Hardy. We'll get to the rest of the options here in just a moment, but I do need to tell you guys about our lovely sponsor of today's show, which, of course, is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. And when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Also, PrizePicks now offers Venmo for quick and easy deposits and withdrawals into your account this sports season. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. PrizePicks also offers weekly promotions that could lead to big payouts, like Taco Tuesday, where each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. I went with the lineup for last night's Mavericks versus Rockets game. We actually came pretty close to hitting. Jalen Green, I picked the more on 23 points. Green ended up coming just short of that. Klay Thompson ended up coming just short of 15 points as well. And Luka Doncic, he ended up with 29. So again, we were just short on all three of these picks. You don't have to listen to me. You can make picks of your own. Just download the PrizePicks app today. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and get a $50 bonus instantly when you play a $5 lineup. And again, you don't even need to win that $5 lineup. That bonus is guaranteed. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. Let's talk about Spencer Dinwiddie. Can he return to form? Can he be the guy that the Mavs had on their team in the Western Conference Finals in 2022 that was heavily relied on? Through the first 5 games of the season, besides that Utah game, I haven't seen it from Spencer Dinwiddie. I need him to be more assertive. I need him to run more in the flow of the offense and not try to be a ball stopper. I need Dinwiddie to go back to what he was before the Mavs traded him for Kyrie Irving. That's all I'm asking for from Spence, man. I think he has it in him. I know he's not the player he once was, but I still think he has it in him because I've seen flashes of it in the preseason, early in the season so far. Dinwiddie is going to be a guy the Mavs need because it seems like they're thin now, especially without Dante Exum. There aren't many options available. Spencer Dinwiddie, I need you to pick it up. I'm not asking you to be a 17-a-game scorer like you were. Can you give me 13? Can you give me 35% from 3? That's all I'm asking. Quinton Grimes, he's going to be needed for the Mavericks this season. The foot quickness and versatility of Grimes needs to be on the floor. The question with Grimes is, can he shoot enough? So far through this season, he hasn't really shot the ball well enough in order to justify him putting on the floor for an extended time. Over time, that could change. The Mavericks obviously offered Grimes a 3-year, $27 million extension around in the neighborhood, they said, and it was rejected by Grimes because he thought he could get a richer deal. We need Grimes to go out and prove that he deserves that richer deal because as of right now, he hasn't shown much on the offensive end, and the Mavs really need somebody on that end to step up from the bench especially. And last but not least, is it time to worry about Naji Marshall? Marshall through 5 games just hasn't done much for me. He's still learning the system. He played a little better against Houston. I think he's slowly coming into his own. They do need more production from him, though. Look, less than 25 bench points a game isn't going to get it done. They need a scorer off the bench who can be 15 a game, who can shoot 37% from 3. I think the most likely guy to do that is going to be Jaden Hardy. I would like Hardy to seize that role. I would like Jason Kidd to give him the opportunity to also seize that role. Will Kidd, we know Jason Kidd likes Jaden Hardy. The only question is, can Hardy play defense? Can he do it enough? I think he should be the 6th man. I don't think it should be Naji Marshall. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Who should be the 6th man of this Dallas Mavericks team? I think it's Jaden Hardy. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. That's going to be it for today's show. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. My voice is lost because we just did a Dallas Mavericks watch party. We're doing one again next week, so please be on the lookout for that. And we'll see you soon here on Mavericks Today. Let's go Mavs.